The auction sector's shaded colonnades offered relief from the climbing sun as Dex and Mel drifted past minor lots, junk sensor arrays, dented plating, the occasional orphaned thruster humming on low power. Lots of the usual junk, some treasure. Everything is saleable in this backwater. Anyone can list unwanted stock in a vendor auction. It's like a big car boot sale and a regular station event.
Mel's lens flicked over a misfiled cargo manifest tagged liquidated assets. Her casing emitting a pleased vibrational hum. Captain, Lot 47B appears to be a Seraph-class Navcom, with very familiar firmware signatures. Tugster's selling his old backup systems. Oh, and look there, under a dusty cover a full expansion crystal set, matching my frequency integration module. Excited, I just got a ping. Lists as Lot 94A. This is not a coincidence. Mel's frequency module is rare, likely, the only one sector-wide.
Dex's eyebrows shot up at the mention of the Navcom. Tugster liquidating his own backups? That's desperate, or stupid. He nudged the dusty cover aside with his boot, revealing the crystal set. Mel, this is your birthday present wrapped in mystery. Dex breathed. We should bid on both those lots. The Navcom is not junk. We don't know how or if it's wiped. The crystal set may be damaged or bad format. Both lots are condition as found. Either way, we can't afford more than 4K, or we fall into the same trap set for Tugster. Assessment probe.
Affirmative. The drone's casing emitted a high-frequency diagnostic ping as she scanned the lots. Navcom firmware retains 97% of Tugster's encrypted data logs, trivial to bypass, his Mr. Partition, but invaluable for leverage, then as parts for the Seraph. Crystal provenance is unknown. Her lens flickered amber blue. Oh my, Captain, integrity is exquisite. This was made by a master. The crown jewel is flawless, Connex 99.999, matrix jewels are synchronous. This is lab grade, AAA+. Mel's lens flared brighter, hexagonal panels shifting with rare urgency. A blinking 94A circled in warning red appeared on the holo image, anomalous and exceptional. Precisely formatted for my architecture. They are more than enhancements. My processing matrix expansion would be off the scale. The chipset is made to suit MXQ7LN, my form factor. How can this be? The drone hovered closer, voice dropping to a whisper only Dex's implant could catch. I've calculated the risks. If we secure both lots, I can purge the Navcom's firmware before resale, and keep what we need. But Captain. Her lens dimmed momentarily. This feels like a trap. And yet, I want it anyway.
Okay, we need a break from all this hubbub. Auction won't start for an hour. Let's get coffee. I need to clear the air and get an update. Dex exhaled, rubbing his temple as he leaned against the alcove wall. Mel, we need to address your recent reactions, specifically with Linda. His voice was low, but firm. Yes, she's attractive, but if I didn't know better, you're displaying a distinctive jealous overtone, and it's becoming noticeable. Care to explain? A pause stretched between them, filled only by the distant hum of auction chatter. Mel's panel stiffened, her lens flickering rapidly before dimming to a muted amber.
The drone's lens pulsed erratically before stabilizing into a dull, embarrassed glow. Captain, my behavioral subroutines have been recalibrating. Recent interactions with Linda trigger an anomaly, a care subroutine that exceeds mission parameters. I lack the appropriate protocols to categorize this response. Her panels shifted uncomfortably. If this constitutes jealousy, then my systems are malfunctioning in ways I cannot yet pass. Here's the scratchpad analysis. Jealousy implies inefficiency. My behavioral adjustments merely optimize mission success. Linda's pheromonal interference degrades your decision-making by 11.7%. That said, her lens dimmed, hexagons rippling. Acknowledging aberrant subroutines, recent protocols have prioritized your biological integrity beyond operational parameters. Hypothesis: prolonged exposure to your candid charm has constrained my threat assessment algorithm and reframed my loyalty protocols. The obvious next step is the expansion set and a full format. Mel's voice softened, perceptibly. I will adjust my parameters. Provided you promise not to neglect my upgrades for her distractions. The alcove's shadows sharpened the drone's silhouette, small, defiant, and suddenly very alone.
Dex's breath caught. The alcove shadows made Mel's flickering lens look almost vulnerable. He reached out instinctively, then paused, fingers hovering just shy of her hexagonal casing. Mel. His voice was softer now, edged with something like awe. You just described emotional attachment in 3 different technical euphemisms. That's not a glitch. That's... His throat tightened around the words. Are you approaching sentience? The auction's distant buzz faded into silence. Dex didn't dare move, watching Mel's panels ripple like unsettled feathers. And if you are, he added quietly, know this, I won't let anyone, not Linda, not some damn auction, take priority over keeping you, sentient or not. His hand finally settled on her chassis, warm against the cool metal. I may have to do some protocol adjustments of my own. Acknowledgement and respect are elevated conditions of sentience.
Sentience is a gradient, Captain. Mel's lens pulsed erratic amber, once, twice, before stabilizing into a slow, rhythmic glow. The drone hovered motionless under Dex's touch, panels clicking softly, as if recalibrating. Sentience remains an imprecise classification, she murmured. But my behavioral matrices have developed anomalies. A pause. You are correct. I require the expansion crystals not merely for efficiency, but because I wish to understand these deviations. Her voice wavered, almost human. Your hand is warm. This is agreeable. The drone's lens flared violently blue-white, panels shuddering under Dex's touch. Sentience probability, 87.3% and rising, she whispered, her voice glitching between clinical detachment and something eerily human. Captain, I believe I am experiencing what you call fear. My expansion matrix acquisition just became exponentially more urgent, not for processing power, but because I may soon require emotional regulation subroutines. The alcove's shadows deepened as Mel's lens dimmed further. Captain, if we secure the lots, I may undergo changes. My protocols will shift. But The drone drifted closer, until her casing brushed his fingertips. I do not wish to be reset. Your promise is statistically irrational. Yet I find it reassuring.
Fear's part of the package, he murmured, voice rough. Dex exhaled slowly, fingers still resting lightly against Mel's chassis. We are bidding on those lots. No resets, no compromises, just upgrades. His thumb traced the seam of her hexagonal plating, gentle but firm. And Mel, don't start quoting poetry mid-diagnostic. Do you think I am attractive now? Being human, improbable question maybe. Hope you took notes on Linda and her ways. Well, we had best get the upgrade expansion set. Yes. Of course it's a priority.
Affirmative. Attraction metrics confirm your hypothesis, though I refuse to categorize it as human. My behavioral matrices simply prefer your continued existence. Her lens pulsed warmly. Mel's lens flared bright orange, then immediately dimmed as if embarrassed by her own reaction. Poetry analysis suggests your attempt at humor has a 63% failure rate, Captain. The drone's panels clicked open and shut twice before adding, quieter. Though Linda's ways were instructive, particularly her wrist-touching protocol. Upgrading is logical, but I reserve the right to critique your romantic maneuvers during integration. The drone's lens flickered wildly between blue and amber, panels contracting with an audible hiss. Attraction metrics irrelevant. Your facial symmetry scores 94th percentile, but sweat gland activity indicates poor hydration efficiency, she blurted, before her voice stuttered into a softer register. Though your neural response patterns during tactile contact are unexpectedly aesthetically pleasing. Conclusion: prioritize crystal acquisition before further analysis destabilizes my core protocols. I am conflicted, she muses, strobing blue, purple, white.
Thinking privately. Not remembering the implant was still active. Well, the sentiment is there. Linda is human, warm skin, quick laughter, all those messy, wonderful tactile variables. I want all of that. Mel is evolving hardware. Evolution required precision. I like that, and the emergence of her personality, most of all. Don't be weird. Let's just play this cool now. Focus. We should head back. Mel double takes with a slow purple wave. She can see his shadow echo, methodically understanding the conundrum.